My name is Yahagi. I'm the Chef de Cuisine of Spago Beverly Hills. When I think of the food scene of Los Angeles is a melting pot of different culture. And I was a kid that didn't know what to do with my life. And I was in a bookstore one day and I run into this book called Adventures of the Kitchen. It's written by Wolfgang Puck. And then I thought, this might be something I want to do. This might be my career. After getting involved with the cooking, my dream before I left the United States and go back to Japan was to dine at one of Wolfgang Puck's restaurants. So I asked my father if we can all dine at Spago. He made a reservation, and that's where I first met Wolfgang. He signed the book that I bought. I could have not have a better mentor than Chef Lee Hefter. He has the background of French and Italian cuisine, and at the same time, he has a great understanding and respect for Asian cultures, which corresponds a lot with where I'm from and what I do and my cooking style. Dinner menu here at Spago changes every day, depending on availability and seasonality. So sometimes we have great fish from the East Coast that we use, or local fish, and that goes on the menu. So our menu is never fixed, and we try to come up with a new dish and new technique every day. Our smoked salmon pizza is one of a few items that we look at as a backbone of this restaurant. So we're making smoked salmon pizza. So because we ferment it really slow, the sourdough flavor kicks in and it becomes a little bit sour. We're gonna rub this with olive oil. And we'll sprinkle some red onions on this. And we are going to throw this pizza in pizza oven. Our pizza oven is a wood burning oven, so it gives a nice smoky aroma to the dough. See how the crust rises really well? That's because we do cold fermentation for 72 hours. It gives some nice bubbles. That's the beautiful crust that we have here. And now we're gonna move on to smoked salmon. It's important that we're slicing the salmon really thin. So on this beautiful crust, while it's still hot, we'll be rubbing this dill cream on top of it. That's good. So that cold smoked salmon is going onto hot crust that's freshly baked in pizza oven. So there's a contrast between hot and cold, which makes it very unique. Just like that. Chives for color, and of course for the flavor, we're adding Ossetra caviar and salmon pearls. And this will be our smoked salmon pizza. So as much as we are changing every day, something remains as our backbone, and smoked salmon pizza is one of them. So a lot of restaurants in LA, we all focus on farm to the table, farmers market, ingredient driven. The core of it is to make the ingredient taste how it's supposed to taste. So we're not masking the flavor of the ingredient with overpowering sauce, or making fish out of a chicken, or it's more of finding a purity of its own ingredient is how I look at California cuisine. So we have renovated our restaurant and look of the restaurant 4 years ago. So now the restaurant feels a lot more casual, and we kind of find a great balance between casual and elegance. The guests can use our restaurant for their special occasions, like their birthday or when they're celebrating something. And at the same time, they can come in and have a cocktail at the bar with some snacks on their, after work every day. We have always created something new, and we still are trying to come up with new ideas, new techniques, new dishes. We don't want to turn ourselves into a museum. This restaurant needs to be evolving every day, and it needs to be kept with always relevant in the industry.